Joining me here at Edgar Street, Hereford manager Josh Gowling. Why was the Hereford performance so flat tonight?
It looked like a performance where we've been on the road as much as we have, and then we've come here and it was just flat. I thought we were a bit flat at Telford, to be honest. But in possession, we were just awful tonight. We couldn't string passes together, simple 2-yard passes. We didn't seem to have that, and that's at the end of the day, that's what's cost us the game.
Why is it you're not able to motivate to get a performance out of the players, even if they are below par? What do you need to do to change things?
What do you mean?
Well, in a game, obviously, that you're behind now for a bit of a sloppy goal from a back pass, you need to somehow raise the spirits of the players. It didn't seem to happen. Is that fair or not fair?
No, not really, because how many games have we won? We won about 8 out of 13, haven't we? So it's not like we're not winning games. So we're just outside the playoffs, and we've had a bad performance. Yes, we didn't have a great performance on Saturday against Hereford, but we got the win. But tonight, it wasn't tactically, motivation, any of that stuff doesn't really matter. If you can't pass the ball 2 yards to each other, then you're not going to win a game of football, and that was the reality of it. I think defensively we were fine. I don't think they caused us many problems. Had a couple of little balls in behind, but apart from that, nothing. I just felt when we got in the final third, and even in the middle of the park at times, I just thought simple passes. One at the end. I think Miles had one at the end, didn't he, when he could have slid Ryan in, and it just didn't come off. And it was just that was the poorest performance that I've had as a manager here in possession.
Why wasn't the urgency though from the players to lift it somehow?
Yeah, but you say urgency, it's
because it's speed on the ball. I didn't see much movement off. I didn't see much movement off the ball at all. I know Portsmouth are a different kettle of fish, but they gave you an education on how yes, keep possession, but also move off the ball.
Yeah, but Portsmouth in League One. So if you look at our patterns, we're moving, but patterns and shape don't mean anything. If you can't pass the ball 2 yards, it doesn't really matter, does it? It doesn't matter how much you move. If you can't pass the ball from A to B and it's 2-3 yards away, it doesn't really matter how you move. And that was the reality of tonight. We couldn't pass to each other. And yeah, it ain't great. We've got to work on it now. They're very disappointed in there because we had a good opportunity to close that gap and we haven't, and we've let ourselves down massively. But we've got to pick ourselves up and go again. But for me, that looked a tired performance, more mentally than physically, to be honest.
Okay, so tired performance. How can you freshen it up? What players can you bring in who are not maybe playing at the moment to give you that bit of freshness?
But if you look at tonight, we've got Callum, who's played last 2 years centre mid. We've got Jordan, who's a centre half playing right back. So straight away we've lost all three. We've lost all three of our fullbacks. So in wide areas, which is our strength, we've ended up leaving our 2 wide men to it, where obviously they've snuffed that out and we can't get our fullbacks forward, and that's just injuries, that's just life. So we'll wait for them to get back fit. And we've got Kane out injured as well, so we need him back. So that's just where we're at the moment. We've had injuries, we've been patching the team up every week to make sure we put teams out there, and the lads have been absolutely fantastic. Their attitudes have been brilliant, and that's why we are where we are in the league at the moment. But we do need a little bit more. We need a bit of rest, a bit of recuperation, and we'll go again on Saturday.
Because your critics will say, you get yourself into a good position, you're 3 points off for playoff contention, and every single time you fail to deliver. That's what a critic will say. Behind me, I was hearing it all night.
Look, at the end of the day, I don't mind people criticising. Now, if people are going to give us the same energy when we're winning as when we're losing, no problem at all. Yeah, what I don't like is people turning up just to moan when we lose and not give us the same energy when we're winning and give us those plaudits. Look, the reality is we're 17 games into the season.
And you've played 10 away games.
And we've played 10 away games. 17 games into the season. We've got a long, long way to go yet. So, relax. We are in a really good position. Probably in a better position than we've been this early on in the season, and we'll get where we need to go for sure, 100%. Like I've said, we'll be better than we were last year, and that's what we want. We want progression, and we'll get that. Yes, we're disappointed, and yes, last year we did do that. I think when we were on the cusp of the playoffs, especially the back end of the season, when we could just get in there, what happened? Like I said, we lost our front three, and then we didn't make it. Now we've had injuries at this moment in time. Hopefully we'll get them back soon, and hopefully we'll kick on. I believe in this squad. I believe in their mentality and what they're about, and it's easy to come here when we play like that and say the lads don't care. They do care. They want to work hard, and sometimes you don't go out to play bad. You don't go out to not be able to pass the ball from A to B. You don't go out to do that. And unfortunately tonight we've had a real off day.
Where does that intensity come from as a group? What can you do to inspire the intensity that's lacking today?
Yeah, but you're talking about today. You're not talking about it before, are you? So it's one day.
You got a victory at Telford, but again, you'd say that it wasn't the forward momentum at Telford.
But we had the best chance of the game, didn't we? Really, we should have been 2-0 up at half time. The game's done. and Ryan didn't finish that chance. Then we come out, it's 1-0 away from home. Historically, we don't play great against Telford anyway, and then it's flipping tin hats on and long balls.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. But previous, we've been fine. So the reality is, we look tired, we look jaded. For me, especially mentally, the last 2 games. So we've got to rest, recuperate, put a smile on our face, and go again.
Change your competition, obviously, FA Trophy at the weekend. Heybridge Swifts, do you know anything about it? No, I presume you've had them watched. Do you know what they're all about?
Yeah, the old manager he signed me many years ago, so I know him well. Yeah, we watched them. We know about them. We'll have a look at who we're going to bring in for the game to make sure we win. We're going to go there. We want to win. Obviously, we've done well in the FA Trophy historically, so we want to get a win there and get back to winning ways. Now we've had a loss today, so we want to go and put that right.
And you talk about freshening it up, so you must be thinking about using players that they're not leggy now, because they need an opportunity to show you what they can do.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so we'll bring players in. Mark's come on today, so that'll be an opportunity maybe for Mark on Saturday to show what he's made of. He's a great kid. He's got full of energy, like you've seen today. Obviously, we've got Justice, we've got Jack. So we'll look at those players in that game, and at the end of the day, it's time to get the shirt.
Is Jack Holmes not cup tied? Can't play in the trophy?
Oh, actually,
or is
no, you're right. Yeah, you're right. No, he is cup tied, isn't he? Yeah, no, you caught me there once.
Well, but looking ahead of that, that's a bit of a banana skin you possibly want to avoid.
We've had him, haven't we? So we had him in the FA Cup, and we got through them. So for us, we'll take each game as a league game. So we'll go there with the right mentality and try and get the win.
Thanks very much for your time.
No problem.